This is business, so it's open and it's decorated and it wants its seats back.
Good morning, guys. Start of the week. I have a full week of shoots this week, pretty much. So it's gonna be busy. I'm excited. First shoot, let's go. I got home and I was trying to eat my pizza and I tried to pick up a slice with my left hand and my arm didn't work. And then I had an aching pain and a heaviness right down my left arm. So immediately I was like, oh, am I having a stroke right now? And my leg was wobbly. So I took myself to the hospital feeling silly. But I was like, if it is a stroke, then the cats aren't gonna help me. I went to the hospital, got some tests done. My blood pressure was high, but my ECGs were fine. My whole left arm was in a total spasm, it turns out. So all the nerves were firing off and it wasn't a good time. But that was what was happening, luckily, and not a stroke. Alright, I've got my next shoot. This one's a jewellery shoot. And then tomorrow I have a garment shoot. Just got back from the shoot. It went really, really well. The team was really lovely. And yeah, it's fun. Shooting jewellery is always very detailed. But yeah, it was really fun. This lighting's terrible. I'm tired. I've got another shoot tomorrow at the same time, and that'll be really fun as well. I'll try to get as much behind the scenes as possible. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm hungry for dinner, and I realized I hadn't eaten all day. So that's Gucci. Don't do that, folks. Don't do that. I'm ready for the final day of shooting today. I'm shooting for Bella Boheme today, so hopefully I can get some behind the scenes because that'll be really, really cool if I can. But this is the makeup look and the hair look. I'm excited. All right, I'll see you guys when I'm there.
up and let's have a surprise.
Delicious. There is nothing better. Homemade pizza. I did it on a high protein base with pesto as the base, mixed with a little bit of pizza base sauce, topped with bocconcini. Once that was pretty much cooked, added some prosciutto on top, cooked that further until the base was a little bit more firm, and then added some fresh rocket, drizzle of lemon, and a drizzle of green goddess dressing on top. And that is my dinner. I'm so tired. I think my body's still recovering from last week because I did have a really hectic week last week. So I'm just recovering, but I also have so much that I'm doing at the same time. So I'm resting in between and trying not to push myself too hard, although I really do want to get some content filmed after dinner tonight. I have been in interior decoration mode. I have finally almost finished the living room. I just need the perfect print for up there framed. Behind me is going to be a gallery wall. Coming up on the 3rd year living in Sydney, which is just insane. I can't believe it's been that long. It's crazy. I feel like this is the first time I actually am talking to you in this vlog. But yeah, I've been doing a bit of antique shopping, leaning into the more relaxing nights and trying to get things done in the meantime. But yeah, I think this week is a little bit of a recovery week. Especially considering I did take that trip to the hospital. I'm trying to remind myself that I should probably be taking it easy because my body is trying to tell me to take it easy. So, alas, I should probably dig in, right? Well, that's delicious. I heard some absolute diabolical modeling industry stories the other day, and I won't go into them because they're not my stories to tell, but all I can say is that I'm so consistently disappointed in the mentality of mostly brands towards models. It's disgusting. The language used is something out of a fictional story, but it's real. People are talking to each other that way. Women tearing down women. I mean, no. All I can say is never, ever let anybody tell you what you should do with your body, degrade your body, or not compensate you for your work. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna watch my YouTube now. I love you. Okay, listen. Should I learn how to play saxophone? I'm just asking because I love jazz music, right? And I try to make my own jazz music. And the keyboard's nice and all the instruments work and it's great, but then it gets to the saxophone. It sounds diabolical. It's wrong. It's wrong. And when something doesn't work, I try to take it into my own hands. Because I can't be going out hiring a jazz band. Mind you, it's probably easier than learning the saxophone. I'm pretty sure learning the saxophone is extremely difficult and grueling. But should I do it?
comment below. Just think about it for a second. Think about the opportunities that could arise from me learning the saxophone. At a party, it's really boring. The jazz music sucks. Here I am, because I happened in this reality, I bring my saxophone everywhere because I know the power of the saxophone. And who wouldn't? When you know the power of something, you take it with you everywhere, no matter the inconvenience. So I will take the saxophone with me everywhere. I'll just disguise it as like a fancy bag or something. People will be none the wiser. Whip that out, smack down some real great jazz music, go full soul mode, just magnificent, and then leave the party to go home. Knowing that I've done a service, I've been a active part of community, and isn't that what we need as human beings? So really, it would just fulfill so many different things in life. So I do think how much is a saxophone? So this is the set for the night. I'm doing a poetry reading. As I do, I document these on my Instagram. And yeah, I got ready. I'm using the candles that I got, the pillar candles, and they're so nice. It's so cool to sit in this apartment right now. That's the other side view. And I don't know if you can see, where's the moon tonight? The moon's up there somewhere, creating that light, which is really cool. I love it. I confess, I'm only floating in the moments between tiresome treading. Moment after moment, floating as my sacrum dissolves in the water, and the rest of me fizzes away until my eyes are all that's left, flooded at the sockets, stinging as if they're purified by another dawn breaking where the sea bends over to foreign lands. Born by sea, I am formed, tumbled, and washed up as sand upon the shore, only to be strangled by the rising tide and born again, treading with scattered, detached limbs being sucked in and spat out like a wad of flavorless gum. I confess I can be unkind to these buoyant fragments that compose the eye of this lifetime. I cast a net, collecting poisonous jellyfish that wrap their tentacles around each disembodied limb, hooking me back together as I crunch down on rocks of salt between my teeth. Once I become whole, I paddle for warmer waters. I turn to the direction of land populated by familiar creatures and ask, how did I drift out this far? Sometimes I think there's no place I'd rather be in the crystalline blue, but by nightfall, kicking into the thick ocean dark as the blackest ink, I feel a pang in my gut that sends a ripple down to whatever lurks below. This contrast, this push and pull, this temptation and trepidation, where the ship and the sails, the lifeboats and their oars. Midday. I spent the morning, first I made souffle pancakes, which turned out so good, and I sprinkled a bit of feta, squeezed some lemon. It was divine. And then I did some cleaning to some jazz house music, as you do, did some washing. I have one demo tape to put down for work, and then yeah.
a new song that I'm working on. Lots and lots to edit. Okay. Every night I come back to this, and every night I layer more vocals onto it. Look at the moon. Hi, baby. Every night I layer more vocals onto this, and not gonna lie, that is what I'm going for because I want it to sound really ethereal, and that's where we're getting to more of a choir type vibe at the moment. So I'm gonna keep stacking because this stack looks a little thin. So I'm gonna keep stacking till my heart's content and then start breaking this apart and editing everything together. But I'm very excited. Yeah, new music coming, and it's definitely gonna be a bit of an up level. So very happy, very excited to shoot for this one. Stay tuned. I'm actually gonna end this vlog here because I want to do a fresh new vlog over the long weekend. So I hope you have a wonderful night. I love you. Buonanotte. Mwah. Ti amo. Ciao.